back to a brand new episode of Virtual Coffee. My name is Alexa Collier, and on this podcast, I interview and chat with small business owners from around the world to share their stories and perspectives, their history of their business, all the things surrounding their small business. I'll sometimes do solo episodes as well, which is this episode. So I wanted to hop on. It's been a while since I've published an episode consistently, since I really hopped on the mic and talked to you all. So I'm officially calling this Season 2 of Virtual Coffee. No crazy reason for that. The podcast at its heart is staying the same. No major changes. But I wanted to kind of officially put Season 1 in the past and start with Season 2 because I have a renewed energy for the podcast. I plan on coming back full force, consistently, regularly posting on Tuesdays, and just kind of refreshing, reviving the podcast is probably the best word to use. So reviving Virtual Coffee. So for Season 2, I'm really excited. I have a lot of recordings scheduled. I think I have recordings scheduled through October right now and trying to get more scheduled for December and into 2025 because that's what helps me post consistently is if I have recordings scheduled well in advance. So besides the usual interviews of sitting down and chatting with small business owners, those episodes will definitely stay consistent and still be there. I also want to do some more solo episodes, some more intentional episodes. So I'm thinking of doing once a month kind of a life episode, kind of recap my month, give any updates, give any stories. Because I want to start blending Virtual Coffee. Yes, the focus will always be on small businesses, and that's the main why behind the podcast and Virtual Coffee in general. But I also want to give a glimpse of me and who I am more, because I am a big part of the Virtual Coffee brand, and I don't want Virtual Coffee to become so business-like where you don't know who I am or you don't know much about me. I just want the audience to get to know me, the host, a bit more. So I think those episodes will be fun. Again, kind of can blend professional topics with personal topics. So just to incorporate my life more. And I'd also like to do maybe book reviews of smaller authors, just kind of expanding what it means when I say small business or small business owner. Because right now, a lot of my episodes and interviews are focused on people who sell products. And sometimes I'll have folks who mainly sell a service, but it's really kind of the traditional small business, which again, I'm going to keep doing. But I think small business can also mean, like I said, people who are smaller authors who aren't super well known yet. Like that to me that's a small business. And small is relative, right? So I'm really just trying to focus on and showcasing not big box stores, not corporations, things like that. People who are kind of doing it on their own, who the owner of the business can hop on with me and chat. That is what I mean when I say small. So small and local. So anyway, kind of expanding what that means with these episodes. So smaller authors, for example. And the reason I say that is because I've been really back into reading and trying to read, yes, the most popular books, of course, on Book Talk and stuff, but also smaller authors that I come across like on Kindle Unlimited or something. Can I either get them on the podcast, which would be really cool, or do my own review of their book, right? Kind of showcase them, get the word out about their piece of work that they wrote and kind of go from there. So anyway, just different ways of kind of hopping on the mic and showcasing quote unquote small businesses and the people behind them. Like I think I mentioned earlier, I am going to be posting on Tuesdays. I think earlier this year, I'd posted on Wednesdays a little bit, but I don't know. Tuesday feels right. So Tuesday will be the day that Virtual Coffee episodes come out. Right now, it'll just be once a week. So every Tuesday, a new episode will come out. And yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on Season 2 so far for the podcast. If you have an idea of who I should have on the podcast or an idea for an episode, please message me on Instagram or Facebook or email me. All of the socials are at Virtual Coffee Podcast. I'd love to hear your ideas of who I could have on or what I could talk about. You tell me what you want to hear. Those are just my ideas. But if you disagree, agree, let me know. And I would love all your input into the podcast. So like I said, those are kind of my updates for Virtual Coffee in the sense of the business. But what I've been up to this past few months, I did start a new job so I do have a corporate job, 9 to 5 corporate job. Won't go into too many details of that, but I did start a new one in the same company, which it was my choice. I wanted to explore a new team, a new role. So that has been very exciting, very good, very refreshing. So that happened. I started end of May, but interview process and resume updating and all that stuff probably started in March or April, and then started the new job in May. And like I said, that's been really nice and just really refreshing. So it's been really good. What else have we done? Nathan, my husband, we've done 2 summer trips. We went and visited my family up in New Jersey, which was really fun. We haven't gone up to Jersey in forever. We live in North Carolina now. And I think the last time we went up to intentionally visit in Jersey must have been 2 or 3 years ago, which is crazy, or more. We've been to Jersey between then, but more so to drop off the dogs so that we can fly out of Newark Airport and go on vacation, and my parents watch the dogs, which I don't really consider those intentional trips. So it was good. It was nice to get up there. We did that end of June, went up to Jersey. We went to the Monmouth racetrack, which is horse racing, which was really fun. We went to the outlet mall and bought some new clothes, which was also fun because we don't really have outlet malls down here in North Carolina. I don't know, unless I'm missing something, but I haven't found any. So that was really fun. It was a nice, relaxing trip. And then we came home for about a week for July 4th, and then left again to, go see my family, but in Delaware. We usually do a yearly, just immediate family Delaware trip, which is also really fun. We really don't do much, but that's the point. And it was really relaxing. I read a lot. We did mini golf. We got ice cream. Just the typical summer things. Went to the pool. So that was also a really fun trip. So those were our 2 summer trips, which were great. And now Nathan and I kind of have a break of trips. We're going to Ohio to visit family there as well. And that's a small weekend trip. And then our next big trip will be Copenhagen, which we booked the flights, booked the hotels. We're very excited about that. That will be Thanksgiving week, which will be awesome. So really, really looking forward to that trip. Copenhagen's always kind of been on my list, and I really enjoy the European cities like Copenhagen, Prague, Edinburgh, those type of smaller but still city, but you can walk and their public transport's really easy, and yes, it's touristy, but it's not super jam-packed or crowded. Those are my type of vibes, and I'm very excited for Copenhagen. I think it'll be like that. So if you have any recommendations, if you've been, please let me know. I have a whole list, and I just keep adding to the list, and I'm very excited. And this time we're just staying in one city. So usually we split up the week and try to do 2 European cities. But this time we are just flying to Copenhagen and staying there, which will also be very nice because that will be way less stressful. And that also makes me more excited. So that'll be good. We're looking forward to that. Still a few months away, but it'll be fun. And I guess what else have I been doing? Like I mentioned, I think earlier in the episode, I picked up reading again. I have a Kindle. Nathan got that for me this past birthday for me. So I've had it for about, 8 months. And I finally got into the world of like fantasy and romance books, really book talk books, and I've been loving it. They're just such fun, easier reads. I love exploring the worlds. So it's been a blast. I think I've read 10 to 15 books in the past 5 months, something like that. I don't know. But it's been fun. Because before, I was a huge reader when I was a kid. And then for some reason, in college, I would only read Stephen King now and again. And I love Stephen King. I've read most of his books. And I was like, I will only read Stephen King. And then my friend influenced me to go beyond Stephen King and pick up different books. And I finally did. And now I am entering my non-Stephen King book era. And it has been really fun. So I'll probably do some book review episodes, again, either to showcase smaller authors or just to do a personal, like, hey, here's what I thought of this book. I think that could be fun too, and just a way to incorporate what I'm doing in my personal life. So that's kind of what I've been up to. Another kind of last exciting update is I am a Two Roosters ambassador, which you may have seen on my Instagram. But Two Roosters is a local ice cream chain here in the Raleigh-Durham, Cary area here in North Carolina. And I am an ambassador for them August through November. And I'm very excited. I'll put some info in the description of this episode. I have a discount for their online orders. I think the code is virtual10 for some money off. So I'll put those details in the description. But it's been really exciting. I get ice cream out of it and just get to promote Two Roosters, which Nathan and I consume once a week anyway, with or without the ambassadorship. So that was really fun. I really enjoy working with small and local businesses like that. So hopefully I can get to do that more. I've only done it a couple of times through virtual coffee, and this is a big one, which I'm, like I said, really excited about. But hopefully I get to do it more in the future as well. So yay, Two Roosters. Thank you, Two Roosters, for picking me as an ambassador. But yeah, that's really what I've been up to. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of hop on here, share where I've been, share that I'm reviving the podcast. Season 2, we have some great guests coming up. I have, them booked out, and just looking forward to refreshing, reviving, getting back into virtual coffee, because I really do enjoy it. It's just planning it out. The logistics of it can get a little overwhelming sometimes, but now that I have my new corporate job, kind of less stressed and just in a better mindset, better mental space. So looking forward to putting more time into virtual coffee. And as always, thank you all for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you stuck with me through the break that I had. But thank you for being here. You can check out Virtual Coffee on all the social medias. It's all at Virtual Coffee Podcast, probably most active on Instagram. So check us out there. Give us a follow. Rate and review the podcast on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Always helps us and helps the businesses we feature get more recognition. Thank you for supporting me, supporting the podcast, and supporting the businesses that I feature. Again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.